Once again, let's just assess the moments of experience only in terms of positive or negative to see the change in Matt's emotional response to this new set of events over the course of his experience. Like before, we ask ourselves, how does our main character feels at each instance? Is it a positive feeling or a negative one? And then we will move that keyframe accordingly. Let's start with the Make Your Proposal template, where we imagined a more desirable alternative that suggests a better experience. In the first instance, Matt is at home and he is reading his magazines once again. But this time, he is able to interact with the article, which directs him to a mobile extension of a traveling app. This frame was above neutral, but since there is a new interaction, which reinforces his interest, we might say that this frame goes up a little further towards positive. In the next instance, he's at the same boring meeting, but this time he feels the prospect of a new experience ahead. So we can keep this frame on the neutral line, with the positive feeling keeping the negative in check. In the third frame, Matt is video chatting with Ed, and this time he is able to turn the monologue into a dialogue, and he can express himself confidently. So we can move this instance up. In the fourth instance, Matt's plane is about to land and his motivation gained a meaningful direction with the stories he listened on his phone. So we could say that this time his experience is being professionally managed, and therefore we could pull this frame even further towards positive axis. In the last instance of making our proposal, Matt finds a better way to get to the city, and he even starts interacting with local people on his way. So we should pull this instance towards positive. Once again, let's make a record of this experience arc and move on to the next step. It's time to assess how Matt feels and discuss on the impact of our proposed experience over his emotional state. At the first instance of the Envision the Improvement section, the virtual guide greeted Matt at a location where he could feel the heartbeat of the city. He was already primed on his way, so he must be feeling full of positive anticipation, and therefore we pull this frame up. In the next instance, he is encouraged to stray from the usual touristic routes. Since Storyply process allowed us to dig deeper into Matt's character, we know that stimulating his sense of adventure will be appreciated by him. This means a more positive rating. In the third instance, this offbeat path takes him to a completely local food experience with no touristic interruptions, which is exactly what he wanted, and this could only reflect positively on his experience. In the fourth instance, he's invited to get out of his comfort zone and has been promised a reward to do so. Both very satisfying challenges when we think of Matt. In that respect, this should be a high point in his experience. For the last instance of this set of frames, we see Matt on his way back, and this time he feels really fulfilled. He even starts to dream of his next trip, so this is another positive instance of his experience. However, since it is also the end of his vacation, maybe not over the top positive, but somewhere around in the middle. Obviously, we are not offering precise metrics to compare and quantify percentages and such. The experience arcs are merely a tool to visually represent the impact of emotional values over the course of an experience. Here, the primary outcome is the ability to discuss design directions as a team by looking at this impressional map. Now, we should make a record of this last experience arc in terms of positive or negative. The experience assessment chart allowed the team to reflect on their imagined story and see how the envisioned experience could be better aligned with project values over time.